Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now, I've been here for about the last couple of hours, and I've watered all the phragmipediums with RO water, nothing added to it, just pure water to give them a good flush. And I'm in here now to do the last of Sheila's repotting of the Chelonostele, so we'll have a look at that. Well, that's a plant, Chelonostele sulfurea, and it's a single leaf plant because there is one Chelonostele with two leaves on, and I just forget what it's called. I'll have a look at it and add it to this video later. But I've got to get this out of its pot. I can't see anything there because it's so messed up the pot. It's clear pot, but you can't see anything there at all, so we'll just have to get it out and see what's inside. Well, I'll just get this out of its pot. I'll be glad when this is done, because there'll be no more of these, I don't think, unless she decides to get rid of some more big plants. But I think I'll let her repot them myself. I think this is going to come out quite easily. There we are. Yeah, far too wet. Although they say the plants with big roots don't need as much water as the plants with small roots, which makes sense, I think. And this has got small roots and ferns growing in it, and look, it's just split straight in two. I'll leave that one there and attend to this one. Oh, no. It's just breaking up all over the place. That's no good. I'm going to have to make some small plants of these, I think, again. Anyhow, there's going to be a shortage of plants in this country, so they'll come in handy. Anyhow, let me get comfortable and I'll sit down to the job. Well, that's much better now. I'm a lot more comfortable. But what we're going to do with this, all those are dead pseudobulbs. That's a little plant that I'm going to save, so I'll put that down here. And then we'll carry on with this one. There's a polystyrene there. Dead pseudobulbs. Black and soft. More of them here. Oh dear. Get off. I'll have to get the scissors on this one before I finish. And there's all this moss, but I don't think that does any good. All the moss is tucked into there. I don't know how I'm going to clean this one up. I really don't know. Let's have a good look at it. If I get this moss off, it will be better. But this moss is absolutely wet through, so it's not doing the plant any good whatsoever. I know Sheila's never liked this plant, so I can understand why she hasn't done anything with it. Yeah, that's come apart again. So you look at that. Oh. This is going to be a never-ending job, I think, with this one. Better clean it up, take all the sheaths off. I don't know how long it's been in this, in that pot, but it definitely wants to come out of it if anything's going to survive. These Suda bulbs are, no, I thought it was rotten, but I rub my nail over it and the sheath comes off. But they definitely want a dry now period. I'll just switch off for a minute. Well, we'll continue cleaning this bit up here. It's I just can't get the moss out. So hopefully this this bamboo skewer will remove everything. Yeah, much better. It's coming out in handfuls now. A lot of bad roots. And this is only a little bit, so I'll shove this on one side and see if we can do anything. Oh, look at it, just watch. You ready? Oh. Just a minute. Just a minute, I'll get the... Well, I've just taken this apart, and would you look at that in there? Can you see it? All white. And there's little white bubbles in here, so when I touch one, they just disappear. So I think that's some kind of bug, and I don't know. It's absolutely full of the white. Look at that. So I'm going to throw this piece away. And if there's any more white, I think it's all going to go. Oh, it's just breaking away. I've never had one like this before. I don't think I want one. I don't think I want one like that again. This is in a sorry state. Oh look. I mean, what do you do with it? I think it's just a binning problem, this. I'm not putting it near my other plants anyhow. Well, this is crazy. It's coming apart. And although there are signs of new growth on it, which is crazy. If there's signs of new growth on this one, then these are easy plants to grow. and evidently they want to be in a sort of a medium bark, one which lets all the water through quite easily. I'm going to have some, look at that, look at that. Now that's a root that's grown, but it's dead. It's still full of this. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit here all day poking at these and videoing it. I'll do what I can. I'll see what I can possibly save out of them, and then I'm going to give it a bleach treatment just to make sure there's nothing untoward on it. So I'll clean a few places up, and then I'll give them the bleach treatment, and hopefully we might be able to save one or two pieces. I'm doing the last piece now, and I'm sure, and in fact I'm convinced, that the problem with this plant is the sphagnum moss. It's been in too long, and it's been too wet all the time. But I mean, I don't like sphagnum moss, and there's quite a few people who don't like it as well. I think Todd doesn't like sphagnum moss neither. But if you do use sphagnum moss on these plants with small thin roots, then please repot it every year in fresh moss. I can get rid of that bulb there. So that's the last one, so I think so. I'll have to make sure I get all this moss out, or else I'm flogging a dead horse. See, I put this skewer in there and moss always comes out. What a painstaking job, these three plants I had to do. I'm not going to chop all these little, you know, the velaments come off the roots, but I'm just going to leave these on so it will anchor the plant down when I do pot it. Let's take the sheaths off. Whoopsie daisy. And I must say, what we have growing underneath the sheaths is another growth. There's another growth which is attached to the sheath. So I'll nip it there. I don't know if you can see me now whether I've got the camera in the right place, but I'm just concentrating on doing this one. Right here. Giving me the sniffles as well, this. I'll leave that there because that's new. Right. Oh, there's still moss coming off. Right, that's about it for that one. So, I'll get rid of all this rubbish, and then we'll have a look at the plants, what I'm trying to save. Well, before I repot them, I have to give them the bleach treatment, don't I? I'll not put quite as much bleach in for these little pieces because although I've never had any problems with bleach, I've never lost plant using bleach yet, but I have heard that some people have used bleach and everything's died. So they must have done something wrong. There you are, a nice ladder on top of there. So we'll get the plants and bang them in. Any eggs off any bugs or any bugs and all that will not last long now, and we'll give them a good 5 minutes, and then we'll give them a good rinsing. Well, they've been in now about 7 minutes, so we take them out now and then give them a good rinse. There we are, throw this away. Well, we've got a bucket of tepid rainwater here, so we'll give them a little wash, one by one. Some are very, very small, but it's probably the small ones that will survive. I don't know. That one might survive. It's got a nice rootstock on there. A rhizome, whatever you want to call it. And these are really getting wet again, which is the problem. But we'll just let these dry out for 3 or 4 days, I think, until we start watering again. Oh, this one wants cleaning up. Anyhow, it should clean up in here. Yeah, we'll sort that one out. Let's give them all a good rinsing. And I don't know. I don't know how many will survive. I hope they all survive because, as I said before, plants will be very difficult to get in this part of the world because of Brexit. It's not that I'm against Brexit at all. I'm really for it. But I think to say that things happened on January 1st that didn't happen on December 31st is a bit ridiculous. You know, everything's fine on December 31st. We can import plants one day after we can't. And to blame it on, well, we might get disease and all that. Well, we've never had disease for 45 years. I don't see why we're going to get it because we just come out of the common market. Anyhow, that's another story. I'm not going into that one. Well, I've got some bark there, quite a lot. And I've got 10 pots, so I'll carry on potting them up. I'll not pot them up in front of you, but I'll let you have a look after I've done them all. Well, there we are. We've done all 10. There was 11, but I put 2 in one pot, so I've just got enough pots to do them. So there they are. All these in smaller pots are the ones with the smallest rootstock, and the one in the biggest pot. The one with the biggest rootstocks have gone in the biggest pots. So that's another 10 plants I've got. These are the other ones I did. The granulosas and the dendrocarpums. All repotted. So how many plants have I got now that I didn't have this time last week? I'll just count them up. Yeah, exactly 2 dozen plants I've got now that I didn't have before. Mind you, they won't all survive, but we'll see what does survive anyhow. I mean, if even 3 out of these 10 pull through, that'll be an achievement to having seen what state they were in. So that's about all for today I've got. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you did so. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.